I find myself physically unable to write most of what I learned within the Amber Temple. I shall be concise. It loomed from the face of the mountain, as though the mountain had grown around it rather than the temple being carved into the mountain. My companions found themselves unable even to perceive it until I pointed it out to them explicitly. Even approaching the temple we found arduous, some manner of antipathy pressuring all from entering. The guards remained behind, and only I was able to enter through the single entrance. Immediately, I was confronted by a vast temple, its walls sheathed in amber, the far side of which housed a statue of a cowled figure in flowing robes. "Who has called you here, warlord?" A mage I would have called him, but for the fact that his skin stretched taut and colorless over muscleless bones. He called himself Exathanter, a fellow seeker of forbidden knowledge. Long ago he too felt the call of a being within these walls, by whose hand he found himself granted the gift of eternal unlife. An existence of a sort, divorced from the pleasures and trappings of flesh, but infinite time to expand his mind. After which he took it upon himself, or so he claims, to guide others to similar forbidden knowledge, to share it openly, not hoard it selfishly. I hardly paid attention to his short tour to the library, and only shortly thanked him for disabling the worst of the traps. I could feel the presence, calling me, further down and within the temple. I followed it to a sarcophagus encased in amber. Engraved upon it I found the word, vampire. As I laid my hand upon the sarcophagus, I felt that selfsame presence upon me, now sharpened in the air around me as though the suffocating presence from but a few days past was out of focus somehow. No longer. No words passed as they filled the room with their malevolence. No words were needed. I could tell it was waiting for my word to seal the pact. The moment of no return. My aid for theirs. My goals and vampires aligned. Tell me what I must do. Hello, and everybody. Welcome to another terrible Saturday in Barovia. My name is Jonathan Kenny, your game master for the evening. Und these also forget-me-nots. Right over there.
Right.
Or down there. I don't know where I am on, but
How do you do, fellow?
they're
kids?
around. Last time. Oh boy, last time.
Whoops.
Last time, whoops. That's it. That's the full recap.
Oopsie
Last
doopsie.
time,
Whoopsie daisy.
Ireena fled into the woods after a meeting with all the Forget-Me-Nots and the lady Strahda von Zarovich herself. She claims not to be running away, but Oleander was not having it and chased her down and literally put the fear into her. Not the fear of God, but the fear of Oleander. Ashai, following quickly behind, attempted to intervene. And, well, one thing led to another. And Ashai wound up biting Aster and drinking his blood. Oleander might have almost murdered some people, including Ireena and Ashai. And there were a lot of hurt feelings going around for quite a bit of time. Yeah, it's oopsie.
Fucking whoops.
Fucking whoops, indeed.
Look, sometimes you need to have a mental breakdown.
And make it everybody else's problem.
Correct.
It's just girl boss things, really.
He was girl bossing around.
He was girl bossing it.
And gaslighting to the
And
highest degree.
He girl
gatekeeping.
boss too close to the sun.
It's true. It's true.
No,
that was a shy.
No. That's going to be Nico's new character in the other Ravenloft campaign that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because they haven't got enough in this one.
I'm diseased.
I know. I know. After which, Oleander went to Ezmerelda to let her know what had apparently become of their mentor, Van Richten, and she didn't take it well either. And said that she was going to do some reconnaissance while the party went after the errant mage that Lady Strahda told the party to go find and bring to her, one Firan Zal Honan.
Thank you for saying his name. I've been saying the
Yes.
wizard the entire time because I keep forgetting.
Go ahead, everybody make the Wicked reference. I know you want to.
No, I was
I'm
gonna
good,
Okay, well, fuck
You
it. I
got it
guess
all
I'll
up.
go kill myself. Okay, understood.
I listened to Defying Gravity 3 times before we started, so I would get it out of my system.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, despite their best efforts to dissuade Ezmerelda from going on a suicide mission, which she insists that she's not going on, she's just going to get information.
I don't believe her.
This
Um,
stresses me out. Stresses Oleander out. It's fine.
I don't know why it would. It's not like anything bad ever happens in Barovia.
Yeah, totally not like the one other person did reconnaissance and now look where he is with one less hand, so, you know.
Well,
Who is he again?
that
Your
sounds
dad?
like a him problem.
My dad, well,
You're my dad. Woogie woogie woogie.
yes and no.
Yes and no. But after dealing with all that, the party started to make their way into the foothills of the Baratok highlands. The snow around everywhere. Everybody having a lovely night with apparently a noose that
Hell
just
yeah.
kind of showed up out of nowhere.
It's my news now.
It's definitely your news.
It's a magic noose?
It's
It is a
flammable.
magic news.
It's
my news!
It's exceptionally heavy for some reason. Almost like it's heavy with the weight of its sins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was
It's
gonna make a
my
strange joke.
news.
If that were the
Don't
case,
take it
I would
away.
weigh 1,000,000 pounds. It's fine.
Please don't
and
take my news
then-
away.
And then Oleander had a dream and was acting very nice the next morning towards the people that he had harmed. And as the party left their camp in the morning, that is where we are going to pick up. So, Forget-Me-Nots, what would you like to do?
We don't really know exactly where it is, right? That we're looking for. Cool. Neat.
Can...
Strahda said that the mage was somewhere within the foothills of the Baratok Mountains, and well, it's your job to go and find this wizard and bring them back.
We're in the woods, correct? Currently, forest area.
Into the woods, you would say?
And home before dark. Yes, like evergreens and very deep snowdrifts everywhere.
Specifically asking because the feat that I have for tracking.
This is for forests.
Yes.
My
My
I'll
favorite
say-
terrain.
This counts more towards mountains than forests.
Okay. Still gonna do tracking.
Gonna make a good old tracking check. Secret, please. We have secrets here in Barovia. Good. You are not certain exactly what you're searching for. Maybe it's signs of life, of anything other than wild animals, certainly. As you all are taking off during the day and kind of wandering aimlessly looking for any hint of this person, you would see... The one thing that you're certain that you see, actually, is, while it is, of course, daytime in Barovia, which means it is cloudy, you see some very low clouds starting to sweep in, like low enough to touch the tips of these low mountains.
Yep.
What looks like a blizzard on the way.
Blizzard?
Uh-oh.
I'm just a rat.
Is he a blizzard wizard?
He might be a blizzard wizard.
Well, with caves, there comes.
I forgot to
forgot
run
that
this
was
voice.
Yeah.
Apologies. Continue.
Yeah, this is my actual voice. Anyway,
Why are you talking like that again?
cause this is my actual voice.
Which
The-
one?
This one. The
So
one
you
I'm
were lying.
Yes.
Or were you acting?
Life is but a stage. Anyway,
Laugh is but a
La-
stage. Say chewing ice.
Aster, I think you are making him uncomfortable.
Even,
So with mountains, there's caves, and I think it might be best if we find a cave.
I do not want to be cut out in a storm. I would really like to find some shelter before that hits.
Agreed.
All right, let's. I'll start looking for a cave. See if maybe there's some place that we can maybe hang out, get some fire going, get some food.
What is your proficiency in survival?
What is my proficiency?
Yes, you
I'm
trained
trained.
expert.
I'm
master?
trained. Oh,
Alright,
survival?
Yes, survival.
Trained. I also
Okay.
realized I rolled
Is-
the wrong dice.
If
Oh,
you
you
need
sure
some
did.
help-
It's fine.
Okay.
It was a nat. It was a
If you
nat
need
20.
some
So
help-
Holy shit.
I was going to say I have a plus 13, but I guess Oleander has it.
But I am trained.
that will make it more difficult, as this is a bit beyond your training as far as roughing it out in the wilderness. It's essentially is an expert level weather condition. Does anyone have expert in survival? No?
Just a rat.
Actually, let me check Ireena. Maybe she might.
She's just a rat.
No, she doesn't.
We're
Can
all just
I
rats.
intimidate
The
my way
fuck you
through
want?
this?
Can I recall knowledge
All right,
of
Ford.
blizzards?
I want to
Adequate
intimidate the
shelter is
forest.
essential part of medical care.
I'm all this to say, you will still be able to make a survival check to try and find or make shelter. It's just going to be more difficult because you are not the proper proficiency in survival.
Clara, do you want me to help aid you in finding shelter? Because I know that you said that you're better at this than me, and I don't want to overstep any toes.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but if I had to put a number on it, I would say like a lucky 13.
Well, I am a lucky 9, so I guess I
Okay.
can try and give you aid.
Yeah,
I
go
can
ahead.
give it a shot if you.
All right.
Why is your guys' lucky number so low? Mine's
Okay,
75.
first of fucking all.
I really like the number 75.
Why do you like the number 75? That's
I'll tell you later.
Dead ass thought you were gonna say 69.
Is that going
I'm
to
just
hinder? Is a 12 going to hinder? I know it's not going to help, but is it going to hinder?
Oh, was it supposed to be blind or nah? Because I did it blind. I don't have
Aid
it.
aid is fine. The survival, you said you didn't make it blind, or
I did.
okay. So the aid check is fine out front because that tells you what the bonus is. 12 is not a critical failure, so it's not going to detract from it.
Oh.
So you all start to look for some kind of shelter before the storm hits you. You've seen caves in this area before. You found a pack of werewolves in one of them, but you are not finding anything that is going to be significant enough to keep you safe from a proper blizzard. And it starts to snow, and within
Oh man.
easily 15 minutes, biting cold winds, absolutely blinding sleet of snow starts to hamper everyone's vision. You are all going to take just a cute little, funny little 8 cold damage
Ow!
as the first
Alright.
hour of the blizzard starts to take its toll.
Dare you take away 69 from me?
I'm not sorry. I was gonna say I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry.
I'm gonna switch up how I do this because we're looking for a wizard, correct?
Sure.
So could I roll Arcana to see if maybe I can find some arcane things that would show that a practitioner of magic of the arcane variety have come through here?
Sure. You could make a. It's this kind of basically detect magic. We'll call it.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Sure.
It was almost a nat one.
It was, and I was about to cry.
So essentially, I'm gonna flavor this as like you casting detect magic. Basically, you send out your senses looking for any kind of arcane feeling.
Usually
you-
that's purple, but this time it's pink.
Yes, sure. Little pink burst of energy, and you do feel a ping back of something magical in the area. It doesn't tell you exactly where, but there's something magical in the area.
Can I get a general direction?
No.
Fuck.
You just know that it's within 30 feet of you.
Oh, within 30
Somewhere.
feet. Okay.
Can I? Okay, hold on. Can I use my lantern?
Folks. What?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, you.
I was just gonna say because I think my lantern does a thing about a thing.
Your lantern does a thing about a thing.
During I'll post it. Oh, there it is. But it says during exploration, even if you're not searching, the GM can roll secret checks for you to find traps, hazards, haunts, and secrets. I assume a hidden space of magical housing is.
This is not a trap, hazard, haunt, or secret necessarily, but
That's fine, Jonathan.
do you have
okay.
the lantern out?
Yeah, I would
In the
say I'd
blizzard?
be holding it out.
Yeah. The problem is with the blizzard, your visibility is cut very short in front of you.
Okay.
Your
I-
lantern is not picking up anything.
Did I? No, I didn't prepare see the unseen.
Oh no!
Fuck,
You
I always have it
fool.
prepared. Okay. I will cast Dispel Magic though. Well, actually, no, because I don't know what it is, and if it's a magical item, I don't want to break it.
Okay.
But he is now going to actively be searching around for this magic thing. You said it within 30 feet. Oleander's going to look to the group. There is something of arcane, magical nature within 30 feet of us if we want to spread out and start searching.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, if anyone wants to
Alright.
make a perception check.
Yes.
I'll give it a shot.
Blind?
Yes, please.
Oh, I fucking forgot Ireena's here.
Surprise!
Look, Ireena and Ireena are a package deal, and Jess isn't here, so I forgot.
Yeah, you left them behind at the camp so they could canoodle.
Look, we brought Aster with us, so that way they can't be interrupted.
I'll do it anyway. I'll find a way.
You all look around. Ireena is actually the first one that notices it. She kind of cocks her head, and you see her. You guys just see her like wave toward the tree. It's like, "Hello, you're awfully in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a blizzard."
What
You
do
look
see up
over.
there?
She points, and you can see there is a piebald raven in the one of these trees, which is it's a raven, but it has like speckled black and white feathers rather than just a pure black raven.
Oh, hello. What are you
No
doing out
metagaming,
here by
David.
yourself?
I know, I'm not saying shit. I just remembered it clicked.
Oleander kind of looks up and then gonna produce some rations to hold out to the bird, like bird seed.
Clara, you asked its name.
What's your name? What are you doing out here by yourself?
Like hops down onto a lower branch closer to you guys, and it says, "Skeever."
Why the fuck does it talk?
It's a
Because we have
raven.
raven bands from the Martikovs that allow us to communicate with ravens that we got for doing a
You
favor for
do?
them and saving their fucking lives.
Yeah, you do.
To be fair,
Not
it
take
is.
Prosperos?
You have Frostbros.
That's fucked
He's
up.
not using it.
To be fair, it is saying this in common because it's a raven. Ravens can mimic words.
Kanku ass.
Skeever. That's a very nice name.
Ah.
May I pet you?
Hops down a little lower into hand reach.
I give him a stroke. And as I do that, I am looking Oleander in the eye, and I'm looking back to the raven, and I'm looking Oleander in the eye. Is this the magic thing?
Yeah, Oleander I was about to ask, is this the magic? This is the magic thing, correct?
Could be. Again, detect magic only lets you know that there is something in the area, not necessarily where it is, even if you're like looking directly at it.
Ooh. Speaking of looking directly at it.
Fucking unblinking rat over here.
Actually, I would like you to make me a fortitude save for this because you are in the middle of a blizzard.
Oh yeah, all the like freezing cold. I'm like, eyeballs freeze over.
No blind.
Skeever is your name, you said?
Yes.
Are you
Aster, you cannot keep your eyes open long enough to. Yeah, it's the snow is just too bad.
And do you have a murder that you're with?
No.
Do you have an owner that you're with?
Maybe. Why are you all here?
We're looking for someone.
Ooh.
We're looking
That's his
for.
name.
I'm not gonna worry about his name because I'm not gonna remember it. We're looking for an individual that might have information, who is a fellow practitioner of the arcane arts, and as he does that, he conjures a telekinetic hand, and holds out some birdseed to the bird with the hand.
It ignores the bird seed and is
That's
just
fine.
like looking at you like, why?
Because we were told he might have some information that might help us out.
We were told he knows about the mists. We all want to go home and we're a bit stuck here.
Make me a diplomacy check.
You do that. My fucking plus
Okay,
1.
I have a pretty good. I have a plus 10.
Yeah, I'm not gonna help you. I will, in fact, hurt you.
Oh, I have a 13. Why?
Cause you're a
You're a
charisma
nice
based. You're charisma based.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
Oops.
Kind of like hops back and forth on the tree. And you get the sense of like the eyes staring right through yours of this raven. Why are you really here?
Fucking, is anyone gonna answer? Or...
There is someone powerful who wants this wizard. We are trying to get there first. Before she does.
I'm gonna be so real. This person has like a lot of information, and I am a fucking sponge, and I want info real bad. So like, that's also why I'm really here. Is just I lack information, really, a lot of information.
He won't stop talking about it.
Look, man, okay.
I mean, to be fair, we are uncovering the secrets and mysteries of this land, and so I think it would be nice to have another person who also knows a lot of things. And maybe we could like
It hops down the tree branch as close to Oleander as it can get.
Hello. Ha.
It takes off of the tree, and just like lands on the ground, and just looks back and says, "Follow me," and starts hopping through the snow.
Oleander looks over at a shy, just like,
Well, follow the bird.
oh, all right. We're all following the bird, though, right? Not just like
Yes,
all
we
of
are.
us? Okay,
No,
sorry.
I was
sticking
going to let
together,
you go
it's okay.
ahead and see what happens first.
I deserve
mean,
that.
It's hardly the strangest thing that's happened to us in Barovia, following the raven.
You do this
I'll
often?
hold your hand if you want, Oleander. You don't have to be scared.
I mean, I'm not scared, but I'll hold your hand.
Okay.
Oleander
Or and
will-
Oleander hold hands in the middle of this blizzard, following this raven.
Hands are surprisingly warm.
I think it is going to take you long enough that you're going to take some more cold damage. Another 5 cold damage.
Oh,
Can't
no
you
trudging.
you hid it from us, so I can't take
Sorry.
the damage.
I don't want to take it though. Like, can I not?
That's too bad. You keep digging.
That's too damn bad.
How much damage did you say?
5.
Do you know how to do
5
that
cold
math? Orc?
damage.
Eat my whole entire asshole.
Damn. Okay.
Gotta dig them holes.
Dig 'em.
Can I say flavor-wise, Oleander has started breathing fire to keep people warm?
What? Hello?
Just
Hello?
I have a. Calm down. I have a spell called Breathe
Dragon?
Fire. Okay.
Show me this
Okay,
spell.
but is it a leveled spell or?
No, it's a cantrip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's called Ignition. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Where in your spell book can you show me on the spell book that?
Show me on
do
the
that?
spell book where it hurt you. It can help a little bit, but it's keeping you from freezing solid, but it's not going to prevent the cold damage. But
Yeah. Bits of his cloak are glowing as it's whipping around, and he's breathing a constant stream of like small fire for everyone that's close enough.
eventually, after a long trudge through the snow,
A good fireball.
the raven
No
just kind
fireball.
of like hopping along top of the freshly fallen snow, you find yourself in what looks like an empty glade.
Is this going to be a situation where, like, the house is hidden and we can't see it until you speak a magic word or tell us, or is it like somewhere else?
It's kind of like hopping around looking at each of you.
Do you want me to dispel magic real quick, or are we just waiting?
You see in the middle of the air, a door opens where there was previously no door. And the raven immediately jumps through the door, and you hear a voice say, well, come on. Don't let all the cold air in.
Aster runs in.
Claire runs after him.
It's cold!
Oleander looks at Ashai, just like, should we? I mean, Oleander's just gonna do a quick search of the perimeter, just before he goes up, just
Perception
making
check.
sure.
They're gonna close that damn door on you.
Fuck it, I can
Shai's
open
going
it
in
again.
last.
That's fine.
Can I?
It's
I don't want
it's
to
not
waste a hero
even-
point.
Yeah, it's not even like you're not seeing stuff. There's a fucking blizzard going on.
Okay. Oleander uncomfortably goes
Ireena
up.
and Ireena go inside as well. As soon as Ashai enters, the door slams behind you, and there's like a bit of snow that is trailed in behind you all. You find yourselves in a very warm, opulent-looking, like receiving room. There's a fireplace on one wall, and waiting beside the fireplace, you see a very handsome, well-dressed male human, long black hair, with this very nice black robe with what looks like gilded inlays and this beautiful red tunic and cravat.
Oleander would recognize this person, correct? From like portraits.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
He looked like that.
That's hot. He's hot.
It's hot.
Oh, but he's like handsome though. Oh my god.
Yeah. He's hot.
And he gives a little bow and says, welcome to my magnificent mansion.
Ooh.
Firan Zalhonan at your service.
Did you craft this like through spellcraft, or is this like a already structured structure that you have cloaked over? Or,
Master, this is a spell.
It is a spell, yes.
I was just confirming.
Yes.
I've heard about this, but I've never actually seen it in real life or known anybody capable of casting. It's very impressive. Thank you for inviting us in.
Of course, I could hardly allow any travelers to be stuck out in the snow. Though I had to make sure that you were not going to cause any trouble to me and mine, of course.
Oh.
Oleander, do you need to use the toilet or something?
There's an internal struggle happening with Oleander right now. But he just kind of stays quiet.
He kind of just gestures and says, please, make yourself welcome, warm by the fire. I couldn't have some refreshments provided if you have had a long journey. And then we can talk why you are searching for a wizard such as myself.
I have a feeling you might not be so fond of the answer. I'm sorry.
Well, I know that there is not much that happens in this place without the lady of the castle's knowledge. Rest assured, in this place you will be safe from her wandering eye.
How do you do it?
Well, we are not technically on her plane of existence currently. We are in a
Pocket
demi-plane,
dimension.
you would call it.
Yeah.
So this is not her
Demi-planes.
land, and so she cannot see into it.
But can you see out into hers?
Not without another pair of eyes, and puts up his hand, and the raven flies and lands on his hand. And he just kind of pets it and is like, "Very good job, Skeever."
He's a very good bird.
He
Oleander
is
is
my
just-
familiar. I should hope he is well trained.
Oleander's like just staring and looking and taking in all the information. Just like full on, just like there's a lot of magic. Look at all this information at my fucking fingertips.
I
Does
can
he
tell you
like,
have many questions.
Does Skeever have a aversion to cats?
Not at all.
Ziggy climbs out of my shadow and sits on my lap and starts purring.
I know you must all have many questions, but please allow me to help you recover from this terrible storm before we get to them. He waves his hand, and you see a bunch of plates of like hors d'oeuvres start to float through the air towards where you all are. And he says again, please sit, warm yourselves. No need to stand on my account. And he sits down on a very, very comfy looking armchair.
Is there like a Aster sits next to the fireplace?
I
Flat
stay.
Fuck
with
Friday.
Aster.
Just Aster goes full flat in front of. You've all seen that picture, right? The rat just like completely flattened out. That's Aster.
Yep. I'm no pancake.
I
I'm
stay
next to the fire. I'm
standing.
sitting with Aster.
Ireena also probably stays standing until she sees that Ashai is still standing, and then we'll go and sit down next to Ireena. Feels like something she would do. Yeah, some plates of hors d'oeuvres, some drinks.
Jonathan, please look at your DMs.
I'm looking.
Okay, cool, thank you.
You can make a sense motive check if you like.
Okay.
Being nice doesn't mean that you're completely trusting all the time.
I know. And especially with the fucking what happened before.
And secrets, please.
Yeah, it was secret.
I'm making sure. Let's see. They seem to be very hospitable. They haven't said anything like they are promising that you won't be harmed here or anything, but
Yeah.
nothing they're doing seems overtly problematic. You're not sensing any kind of hidden purpose, any deceptive intent here, at least yet.
Okay. Oleander is gonna sit with his back facing a corner.
As you do.
And is just gonna still study everything.
It is, I mean, obviously everything in here is magical by virtue of it being a magical demi-plane.
Yeah.
Makes it hard to pick out anything that might be like magical or whether it's just a function of the spell. But everything in here does reek of magic, and it's overpowering and impressive, to be sure. The Magnificent Mansion spell is not a low-level spell, that's for sure.
Oleander, while everyone's sitting down and eating, he's pulled out his journal, and he's gone to probably the back of the book, and he's starting to draw and map out everything, maybe drawing a couple of arcane symbols, just studying everything, trying to map it all out.
Firan kind of gives a smile as he sees you start to sketch things out and says, "Fellow practitioner of the arts, I see."
Yes. I have Dabbled would be a weak word, but I have practiced the arcane arts. Self-taught.
Well, I hope it does not come across as too boastful to say that I've done a bit more than just dabble.
I can tell. This is one of the spells that I've been looking at before I happened upon this domain, I suppose you could say. So it's nice to see it in practice, to see more practical ways that I can move the spells
Mm-hmm.
and possibly create one of my own.
Yes, it is a terrible thing to be stuck in a place like Barovia. I take it that none of you are here by choice.
No, and we would appreciate you telling us about the mists. Any information you have, because we don't have all day.
Well, no, I think we're here. We're here for a good bit. I mean, we're in a pocket dimension, so like.
You are certainly welcome to leave anytime you please, but I don't think the blizzard will be down for a few hours anyway.
I don't want to go back into that.
But I am a good host, and I will of course answer the questions that you might have while you are my guests.
First
Sure.
question.
Well, let me answer the lady's question first.
Oh, yeah, sorry. My apologies.
No worries. The mists. They are a conundrum. I've spent most of my life studying them, and the one thing that I can tell you is that while the beings who reign over their lands may control the mists, they are not theirs to command, if that makes sense.
It is like a force of nature. Yes?
Force of nature suggests a natural or primal influence. These are certainly occult in nature. Nature does not reach out into other lands to kidnap people against their will.
That's the thing, though. Almost everybody I've met that is not from Barovia itself came here through the mist. I didn't.
And how did you?
My little friend here, he's not exactly a familiar. He's a companion, a gift. He led me to a pool near my home. Something pulled me into the water, and I emerged in the water on this side. My goddess holds some sway. Water is one of her domains, but I still don't know what the significance is.
Kind of crouches down to look at Ziggy, who is still on your lap purring. Looks you up and down very quickly and says, devotee of Pharasma, yes?
Yes.
The water is certainly one of her domains, though more of a minor one. She holds influence over the passage of life into death, which is different than life and death, and fate itself. Water can become mist in some circumstances, but perhaps rather than the mist seeking you out, your mistress bade you seek the mists out.
Can you come and go through the mists?
No. I wish I could. I know of ways that some people can find their way through the mists more easily, but I fear the mists for myself would be not quite a death sentence, but it is not somewhere that I would willingly enter at the moment.
What did the mist do to you 150 years ago?
You're from Orth, yes?
Yes,
Has it been 150 years?
give or take. A little bit before my time.
I apologize. Some of my memories are hazy and beyond me. I remember some of my life before the mist, but very little of what occurred after. Little bits and pieces and feelings more than anything. I know that this place, Barovia, I've been here once before, and that if the lady of this land knew I was here, she would not be very welcoming of me, and given what you've mentioned, I suppose that makes sense.
What if she
If you
does
are
know you're
searching for
here?
Well, she cannot find me in here, at least.
What does she want with you?
I wish I knew. I only remember that her and I did not get along. I do not recall the specifics of it.
Sense motive?
Yeah, go ahead. I remember another place called Darkon, and I know that I wish never to return there, but beyond
What
that...
is Darkon? What?
Can Oleander see if Darkon rings a bell?
Sure.
What the
Esther
fuck
has
do I roll?
papers everywhere again.
It'd be Arcana or Occultism or History, Society, rather.
I'm gonna go Arcana.
Ashai does not seem to be lying. He genuinely seems to be missing bits of his memory and doesn't know why. Darkon is not a name that is familiar to you.
Okay.
Do you know Van Richten by chance?
I do not think so.
Rictavio?
It does not ring a bell. Sorry.
Hey, this is a wild question out of left field, but do you have any blood ties to anyone you've met here in Barovia?
That is certainly
Esther.
out of left field, but I do not believe so.
You can't just ask someone if they have blood ties.
Again, my memory is not all there, but I feel like that is something I would have remembered.
Do
Suppose
you
it's
have
possible.
a library by chance? No reason. Except there's a lot of reason.
I gathered this much. I may have a few books about. You'll forgive me if I do not allow you access to my personal spell book, but...
Okay, I just want spells!
You're not just gonna hand you the spell book.
I mean, look at the spells!
I understand your frustration, young wizard, but all will come in its own due time. I promise.
Aster. You have
Hi.
rituals, correct, right?
That's another question. Have you been able to contact anyone outside? You're in a pocket dimension, so she can't see you, but like you're technically still within the purview of the demi-plane. So can you contact outside of it in the space that you're in? Or do you still abide by the mist's kind of like ruling?
I am still bound by the mists, although I am technically outside of Barovia. Think
So if
of
one-
a four-dimensional figure. It's simultaneously on this plane of existence and not. But let
would
me
you say
bring
tethered?
down a dimension. We live in the third dimension, yes?
I mean, I got the fourth dimension analogy. It's right here. We're good. I have actually a visual representation, which actually makes no sense unless I hold 5 different pieces of paper together at the same time. Ollie gets it, but if I showed it to a shy once and she did.
Well, then for your compatriots, think of a picture in 2 dimensions.
I don't
We
need
live-
you to talk down to me.
Then for your friend Clara, if nothing else.
No. I think the tall one
there's
might
just-
need help. If you could just talk to the
There's
tall
just
one.
a geometry.
Aster, stop helping. Stop
Brain
talking.
is just like, no, I don't want to hear either.
Aster, stop talking. I beg of you.
I beg you.
Oh,
If you
boy.
looked at a picture on a paper, you would only see something in 2 dimensions. If you looked at a picture of a person, you would know that they had more to them than just what you could see, right?
Mhm.
If you were to move in the 3rd dimension, back and forth rather than side to side on that 2nd dimension, you would see more of what they are. You would see the depth of what they are. Think of that, but up 1 level. The 4th dimension is a second way of how things exist, parallel to what we see. The ethereal plane can sometimes be called part of it, but it is just outside of what we are used to being able to see. Our minds only work in 3 dimensions for the most part.
Is there a way for us to perhaps take a step outside of what Strahda can see? We don't. Our goal. My goal. I want her stopped. It's. What she does is an abomination and needlessly cruel. But we can't accomplish any goals or move against her significantly when she can see everything we do.
That, I'm afraid, is not something I know too terribly much about. You are safe here within these walls, but once you leave them, I know not of any way you can pass through this domain without her possibly being aware of you.
Why are you
Could we
giving
make
us
our
this
own?
information? What? Go ahead.
Alright, nope, I'm sorry.
Why am I
Here.
giving you this information?
For free, I suppose. People of this domain aren't necessarily so forthcoming with information, nor are they so friendly in offering, unless there's something underneath it.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm not from this domain then.
No, yes, I get that you're not from this domain, but why are you being so fucking nice? That's what I'm asking. Why are you being so nice?
You wish to know if I am going to demand some terrible payment from you.
I mean, yeah, I would like to know that, or if I can just keep picking your brain a little bit. Or a lot of it. A whole lot of it.
If you wish to repay me in kind, I would not too terribly mind an accompaniment to a place within this realm that I am looking for.
Yes.
Aster, wait.
Please don't say
Sorry,
Where?
Amber
go on.
Temple.
Alright.
A place called the Amber Temple.
Yes,
Claire
yes,
plants
yes,
her face
yes.
directly into her cat.
No.
Why are you interested in the Amber Temple?
I don't know exactly.
This is useless. We should just go into
From within Ziggy's fur, but not fur, you hear the muffled voice of Clara.
Is this going to be another wizard falls to his own hubris thing? Or are you like
Okay.
reincarnated?
I
Alright.
certainly hope that I am not going to fall to my own hubris, but I appreciate you keeping it mindful for me.
Everybody has their fatal flaws. Not to be rude.
No offense
It's a
taken.
dangerous place from what I've heard.
And yet one filled with much arcane knowledge.
How
If
did you?
something's calling you there.
Wait, there's arcane knowledge there?
I swear to God.
Fucking hell.
Wait, hold on.
Ollie, chill the
Hold
fuck out. Put it away.
If something's calling you there, it is not going to be something with good intentions, from what I've heard about it.
I wouldn't say something is calling me there so much as I remember that it is what I was searching for before all this happened. You see him as he's talking about this. He does seem a little frustrated with his inability to remember. You notice him kind of playing with an amulet around his neck, a chain bearing a tiny, what looks like a gold dragon skull.
Fucking.
Can I do a religion check to see if I recognize the symbol?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you remember how you got here?
I know that the Vistani helped me through. At least I think they did. The amulet does not seem to match any knowledge of any deity that you are aware of. Does not seem to be a holy symbol. It just appears to be like an heirloom or of personal value.
Well, their amulet. You seem very close to it. Is there some significance there?
A gift from my son.
Who was your son?
He has passed.
Right, but what is his name?
Don't say Aster. Dad?
You're a real boy!
Huh?
Huh?
One second. His name was Irik. I-R-I-K.
Eric, got it.
That's not a name we've heard before, is it?
Can I do
No.
a history check to see if that's a name I remember?
You may.
Yay! What am I doing? Arcana?
Society.
Society? We live in a society.
We live in a society.
I'm fucking doing a hero point on that shit.
Understandable. Why don't you roll another one?
Don't do that.
The name is kind of familiar as the son of Firan Zalhanan. But you don't recall anything about the name in Earth history. It could be that he just wasn't important, or maybe he also disappeared. But
Or maybe it wasn't important to Oleander.
or maybe it wasn't important to Oleander. He wasn't a mage. He was just the son of a very proud mage.
I don't mean to overstep, and you're free to say no, but did something happen with him, or just wanted to get back to him?
I know that he was killed by a lich, but the details of it escaped me. One of the many things the mists have taken from me, it seems.
Did he die
Don't play with-
here? Or
That's
outside?
my question. Yeah.
One more time?
Did he die here or outside of the mists?
I don't know. I don't think it happened within Barovia. Or any of the other domains that I'm aware of.
Well, so Barovia is one of the domains with the Lord.
Yes.
Darkhold is another domain with the Lord.
Darkon.
Darkon. All right. So because you said the Lords control the land, but there's something that goes. Basil just fucking bit Cork. Because you said that there are multiple lords, but the mists go above these lords. Correct.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes I forget what is common knowledge to me and what is common knowledge to others. These mists, they belong to someone, or someone's. And
Fucking
they
knew it.
are a prison for many creatures that they decide are deserving of punishment. The Lady Strahda is the Dark Lord of Barovia, and so she remains here. While she controls the mists around her own domain, she cannot leave them herself.
My theory was correct. Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. Awesome.
She
Fuck
said as
yeah.
much.
Oh, never mind. It wasn't a theory. It was just me. I thought I had something there.
She told us a long time ago she was prisoner to
Oh.
these as well.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I got so excited. I thought I figured that out by myself.
But you
Pat
did.
him on the shoulder.
You did figure it out yourself. They just all are. Everybody
They
else
just all
already
already knew.
just like, I figured it out. And they're all like, yeah, we've known that for like 3 seasons, dude.
Fuck.
Books. Do you have books, journals, anything we could look through?
I have some tomes that might interest you. I would know anything that you might want to know about the mists, though. They have been my element of focus for many, many long years. But if there is aught else that you are looking for, perhaps I can point you in the right direction.
So, the reason why we came here, and he kind of looks at Ashai real quick, and then looks at the others. So, the reason why we came here was because, Strahda wants you. And,
Carnally.
what?
Nothing.
And
Sorry, I got possessed by
Carnally.
someone else.
She
I
wants
got
you
possessed by
carnally.
Rhea.
she wants you, and,
And she has promised you something for me.
Hardly.
Our continued existence.
yeah. She offered an empty promise.
Well, I hope you know what empty promises lead to. Nothing.
Yes. But the thing is, she said that you knew more about the mist than probably anyone else.
That is likely true.
So you know more about the mist than she does.
That is likely true.
Well, with your knowledge, we might be able to manipulate the mists in our favor.
I thought you said a Dark Lord controls the mists, though.
No, someone above the lords.
I feel
Well-
like
But-
you haven't told us anything we didn't already know.
Well, apologies.
Well,
If you've not asked the right questions.
what I'm asking, because you know more about the mist than probably anyone in this land, that means that you do know how to manipulate them personally.
I know that there are certain talismans that one can find called mist talismans. They can lead you through the mists to the domain that they are tied to. The difficulty is in finding them, as they are usually from those domains. And so to find one, you must have had someone from that domain pass through and brought it somewhere else.
Oleander's eyes slowly look towards the thing on his neck.
Well, maybe. I
Dude,
suppose it is possible.
Would you? I'm going out on a limb, and you can smite me down if you want. But is it possible? Can I just hold it real quick? I'll give it right back. I promise.
May I show you something before you do?
Yes, always.
He calls back Skeever and goes over to the door and lets Skeever go out into the cold air, closing the door again. He goes over to a mirror on the wall and starts to wave his hand. And suddenly you are seeing the blizzard from what you can tell are probably Skeever's eyes.
Scrying mirror.
Just watch. It takes a couple minutes, but Skeever slowly makes his way further to the north. And while the blizzard is still going heavily, through the snow, you start to see the mists. You've seen them before, not only when you were first brought here, but also when you were running from werewolves that one time. And those times it seemed like a mist. It seemed fairly calm, just like rolling in. The mist curtain that you see in front of you now is roiling like some kind of turbulent monster is churning in its depths. And Firan kind of points toward them and says, "That is what the mists look like when they are preventing anyone from passing through them. A mist talisman may lead you to another domain, here within the domains of dread, but the Dark Lords can prevent anyone from leaving and coming at their leisure. This is what it looks like when the borders are closed. So, while if you do think this is a mist talisman and that it would help you get somewhere else, I'm afraid it would be of little use to you at this moment."
Possibly, but you've mentioned the fact that you don't remember much of anything. And magic requires memory, requires study.
True.
Something innately in this amulet that might not necessarily mean that we are going from one location to another. Something could be revealed when studied enough. Each arcane power holds in memory, whether that be practice of arcane, occult, religion. There's emotion behind it. I'd want to look to see if maybe I can figure that out in case that this is something of magical value. I will give it back, I promise. Like, you'll watch me as I'm holding it. And I will give it back once I'm done, but I just want to study it real quick, if you do not mind.
Make a diplomacy check.
No!
That's fair. Bestie, you're begging.
Yeah, but I only got +1.
Oh, that's so crazy. If only somebody with +13 could have done it.
No.
You gotta work on your social skills,
Please, I just want to hold the talisman!
Can I hold the talisman?
Fuck you!
Wink, wink.
He's kind of like clutching it in his hand.
Do we know what your son looks like? Sorry, that's an odd question again. The trains are going in several directions at this point.
What is a train?
He looks
a mode of
somewhat
transportation,
like me.
I apologize.
He looks somewhat like me, but younger. As most children do.
I'm a scholar, not a diplomat.
He looks back to Oleander and says, "You know not what you ask of me, but let me rest on it. When this storm has passed, ask me again, and we'll discuss it again.
All right, that is perfectly valid, and I will not push that.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course.
It's been a rough road for all of us. And what we need more than anything are friends and allies.
Well.
Leander's looking at us shy, just watching her roll her eyes.
Friends and allies. Good thing to have in these dark times, in these dark places.
Do you have any tomes or notes on the Amber Temple specifically?
Possibly. Come, let us go look.
Aster scrambles to pick up all his notes and like follows you guys.
Leander is following.
Elevating.
Following,
Seething.
but see, he wants to. He wants to search. He wants to.
He leads you into another room in this mansion that does indeed have a. It's not a huge library, but there's a few bookcases of books. The Amber Temple, you said. I suppose makes sense. I probably should have looked this up more myself, but I've been trying to figure out just how to find it in the interim, so let's see. You guys could make me some perception checks to search.
Okay.
Can I argue Arcana? Because I'm supposed to. Playing.
No.
Oh.
I have a very off-topic question
Oh wait, hold
What's
on.
up?
for flavor. In the Magnificent Mansion spell, there's like servants and stuff. Does
Mhm.
he have a theme for them, or is it just like existing?
They're just invisible. They brought around the hors d'oeuvres just seem to like float
Man.
invisibly.
They're not little
Sorry.
guys.
Could have like a bunch of birds.
Maybe he thinks that servants should be neither seen nor heard. I don't know.
Oh no! That's why his son is gone.
No!
No!
His son
Classic.
should be neither seen nor heard.
No, and that's why he's dead. Or maybe his son's not really dead.
Maybe he
Finds
never
his
had a
I'm
son
still
at
stuck up
all.
on the Lich thing. I feel like we need to circle back on the Lich thing.
Yeah, no, I really want to ask about it. I just don't
What?
know how.
You've never had your son murdered by a lich before? Come on.
As we all do at some point in our lives.
I'm 9 years old, so
I need information, Jonathan.
I know you do. And I appreciate that. But you're
Yeah.
not the one who finds it.
somewhere
Clark.
it is.
Because you rolled a 10.
That makes so much sense.
How the fuck did I roll a
Um,
10? I have a plus 10.
Well,
Did I roll a fucking 0?
16. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Plus 10, but it was a 6.
It was a 0.
It was a 0.
It was a
0 to hero.
No conflict.
You do indeed find a book about the Amber Temple. It is this very ornately bound book that is a orange color that you would recognize as the same shade as amber, because it was written by a wizard and they have to be extra about everything.
They do. We do. Okay.
I didn't say no. I literally said yes, you do. Don't get my ass. But yeah, you find it, and as you do, Firan kind of looks over your shoulder. Ah, good. I'm glad that I brought it along with me from wherever I was before.
Orth? Didn't you say Orth?
Well, it's where I'm originally from, but
Darkon.
perhaps.
Yes, a shot.
It
I
doesn't...
was gonna say I just picture Ashai and Oleander just descending on Clara like seagulls. She finds the book.
If you think it would help, I could take a look at you. I don't know if I'd be able to heal you, but I might be able to figure out at least what caused your memory loss,
Yeah,
so
go-
you can
go ahead.
protect yourself.
Go ahead and break curses.
Fucking
No!
Dude, is bleeding. Fucking let him.
Aster.
Esther, are you okay?
Let me look at him.
Okay,
Please.
now you can look at him. Yes.
There's no snow in my eyes. I stared
Um,
him through a book like this.
You look at and Clara. He says, I suppose if you think that you could at least figure out the cause of my broken memory, perhaps.
I give the book to probably okay. I give it to Ashai.
I
And
never
Aster,
get a book.
can you pop that thing in chat again so I can see?
I'll pop it, alright.
I never get a book.
Get good scrub.
Shut up! We've been here for like 10 minutes. Why does Dad never give me a book?
You'll
Look,
see what I have to deal with.
did you flip a coin, actually?
I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, flip it for Ollie.
It's specifically Oleander.
It's just Ollie's coin right now.
No, it's for everybody.
No.
Wait a minute.
It could
I've
just
been a
be
good
for
rat,
Ollie.
okay? I'm just
swear
a
this
rat.
thing is weighted. It has to be.
Is it bad DM today?
So the target's current apparent attitude towards you, indifferent.
Okay.
Apparent emotional states, mostly, I'd say probably a mixture of determined and confused.
That's valid.
And general physical health seems in perfectly good health. But you can make me an occultism check.
I will.
Secret.
You said his emotional state was determined?
Like a mixture of determined and confused. Maybe because he's focusing so much on what he's forgotten at this point.
And he has general, overall...
His physical health seems perfectly fine.
Okay. Sorry, I'll hit the button. I was writing. It's this one right here. There we go.
Do you want to re-roll it?
I do.
you
I
used
do
your hero
want to
point yet?
re-roll it. I would like to re-roll it.
Go ahead, do and re-roll it. Damn.
Is it worse?
Technically no.
Damn.
Is it the same?
Is
It's exactly the same.
it one up?
It went from a 22 to a 23. Yeah.
Oh. I'll look at him again later. That's fine.
I want to do a thing, but I need to piss.
Yeah.
Break
There's no like critical failure condition for it, so you just don't get any other information other than his general physical state. But you can tell that like he's clearly a powerful spellcaster for many obvious reasons, so it's probably not too surprising that you haven't seen any interesting things, because he is just a tier above you, like
Big wizard.
big boy,
Big whiz.
big whiz.
Speaking of big whiz,
Were we?
catch you back in 10 minutes because we all
Please.
have to piss.
Yes.
Begging.
We started late and you all still need to piss at 9:30 exactly.
Look,
It's
man,
crazy.
I
I've needed to for like 30
Because the
minutes.
piss in
Will-
like 5 seconds.
We'll get back and we'll read about the Ember Temple in 10 minutes. Go piss. Go.
Thank you.
Get out of here.
Yay, piss.
And welcome back. Hi, everybody.
Oh my
Wow, it's crazy. The
It's
rat's
fine.
very quiet now.
god.
So, you all have found this book about the Ember Temple, which Mar has given over to someone else at the moment, a shy. Do we need another 10 minutes?
No, please, no, Jonathan, no.
We have
I
lost
just
the
wanna
plot a little bit.
All right. So what are you doing?
Reading the fucking book.
Like, go to fucking bed.
No.
Please.
A shy, as you are the one with the book, as you open it and start to read it, you recognize this book. This is a copy of the one that you found in the Abbey when you were looking up information about Zrinhala.
Does it fill in the blanks?
Yes, it does indeed fill in the blanks.
Oh
It's a puzzle!
shit!
The opening actually does talk about the Ember Temple, though. It speaks that long ago, the remnants of dark gods were sealed in amber sarcophagi within the Amber Temple by clerics and wizards, guided by divine providence. It is located somewhere in the infinite dark, its interior being a reflection of the current dominant force amongst the mortals and divines within. So, looking, are you looking for that that bit about
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out
Zrinhala?
my book and like a pen and just go and like copy what's missing.
Does it detail about the gods that are in there currently, or were in there by as of date of the text?
Zrinhala Full is the one that you were looking for. It does actually.
Holy shit! Okay.
Wait, this is stuff that I know nothing about, but I'm seeing words I like.
The vestiges that it says are locked within go by. There's probably about a dozen and a half, maybe about 20 or so names and sections. Their names are Fekre, Zrinhala, Sekana, Savnak, Tarak Midiz, Shami Amore, Drizlash, Dalvernar, Xantris, Delbin, Vampire, Kirad, Irga, Tarhak, Yog, Vond, Seriak, Tenebrous, Norganus, and Judun, which I will now copy for all of you,
Can we get
because I am not a monster.
Well,
Well, I am a monster, just not for this reason.
Any of those names ring a bell to any of us? I ask as someone who's stupid and has no
Other
memory
than
of anything
Vampire.
ever.
Vampire,
Yeah.
obviously.
Vampire. Cork has been contacted by one. Aster has been contacted by one. Clara doesn't kiss and tell. I think Raina said "fuck you" to like one of them. I don't remember.
I don't think Raina's ever been
I'm taking my
contacted by
headphone
any
out
of them.
to read this.
Prospero said "fuck you" to one of them.
Yes. Okay.
The one that's
He's not here
Shri-
anymore.
Yeah, well, Shami Amore. That sounds familiar. Why the fuck does that sound familiar?
Because you saw it also in the Abbey's library.
Is that who I think it is?
Probably.
Uh,
There you go.
And that's Amor. Kellamore.
as I'm reading this,
Can I read the one on Tenebris, please?
Yeah, that one sounded familiar to me as well. But it might just be because it's like dark stuff.
I think it's because I told you about mine.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of mine.
The one that contacted you, Clara, was Kirad, I believe. And you said Tenebris for you.
Yeah.
Give
me the front here.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh.
I love when they go, oh no.
Oh no.
I was gonna ask about Tenebris too.
Hard.
Oh, whoa.
I've been watching too much Hell of a Boss. I'm sorry.
That makes sense. Never mind. You're good.
I haven't fully finished writing these out, so I'll just give you like the Cliff Notes version, and then give you the full version later.
Who's Cliff?
For you, Aster, the one about Tenebris, mentions that he used to be a student under Azith himself, the god of magic. Being embroiled in understanding the nature of souls and their path from the body to the afterlife. Azith grew more and more concerned with Tenebris's frame of mind and his rash attempts at unraveling the cosmic designs, and eventually was ejected from his patronage and forbidden from continuing his studies. That didn't last for too terribly long, until Tenebris eventually attained lichdom and had to be sealed within the Amber Temple by the avatar of Azith himself. For Kirad, also known as Star of Secrets. His entry is probably different from the rest. Most of the other ones that you read all seem to discuss higher beings, whether they are minor deities or outsiders of great renown. They all were sealed away in the Amber Temple because they became too much of a threat to whatever was around them, destructive in nature. Kirad was it seems to be the only one who went almost willingly. Was bound for the Amber Temple even before it was constructed, though the Magi responsible for the binding never quite knew why. He showed up one day in the body of a gnome that had volunteered to carry Kirad to the temple for the binding. And the gnome simply wandered up to the sarcophagus and remained still during the binding, and nothing disturbed the process. Kirad was bound and pulsed within the sarcophagus. They tried to ask the gnome why Kirad came so willingly, but no explanation was ever given.
Oh no.
Two opposing theories were formed. That Kirad either knew some terrible secret about the gods, that this was some sort of hiding place for him, or that it wasn't Kirad at all, but some sort of non-sentient magical entity.
I have questions for him. Because he gave me that whole warning about how they're sealed there and it's dangerous and not to let them out.
He
But
sure
then
did.
he went there willingly, so he knew he was dangerous. And did he want?
Well, this has
I'm
all
so
been
confused.
This has all been very interesting information and revelations. I have to fully admit. But it's good that we managed to find the missing pieces and get them to make a whole picture.
Did you make these notes, or is this book from somewhere?
It is a compilation of a number of stories, but I am not the one who compiled them, no.
Do you know who did?
I believe another archmage from our homeland, by the name of Mordenkainen.
Fuck off!
He is literally the most well-known and prolific archmage in the entire multiverse.
Yeah, he is. I have a question for you, sir.
Of course.
When we were first told about you, we were told and warned about the Mad Mage.
When I first arrived here, I fear I wasn't quite in my right mind after passing through the mists. I might have scared a few of the locals before I retreated up here.
How?
Yeah.
Let's just say when your senses are not quite about you, that people tend to look like threats, and you might throw off a few spells that play with their senses. Nothing harmful, but they might have seen some kind of monstrosity rather than a human.
Fun. Well, it has been a long day, I'm not gonna lie. Would it be rude of us to ask if we could possibly stay the night?
Not at all. And he goes back to the mirror and looks through Skeever's eyes real quick, which you can see it is still blizzarding outside, before he goes and lets Skeever back in. Hopefully we'll break over the night, but we can reconvene in the morning and discuss where to go from here, I suppose.
That would be good. Oleander looks at the rest of the group. Shall we, make bed, I suppose?
You may, of
Why'd you
course,
have to
make
say
bed.
it like that?
Make bed?
I don't know.
Don't, David.
Do you want to go?
I have
go
Don't!
I have bed.
sleep?
I make bed.
You
What
wanna
you
go
have,
sleep?
Ollie? What you have, Ollie?
You want to go sleep?
You wanna go sleep? I'm
No,
seeing him right here.
I'm gonna keep reading.
Oh, good night.
Clara, I know that Aster is going to probably stay up a little bit longer, but
I have book.
You have book.
would you care to join me in going to bed?
Who are you asking?
Clara! I started the
I mean,
sentence
if
with
you-
Clara.
If you want to cuddle, I guess. I like that.
Sure.
You phrased
Oh!
it really weird.
I think he was just asking to go to sleep.
I mean, I'm not going to oppose anyone if they feel comfort in other body warmth.
Since
Okay, now I
when
don't
did you-
want to. You said
What?
it weird.
Why are you
Just
phrasing
stay-
it like
just
that?
Stay over here.
Ireena is also kind of looking at you like,
Are you okay?
Oleander, I think
Yeah.
you need to do the sleep.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Go do
You
the
have
sleep.
bed. Go to bed.
He looks over at, Shiran, is that his name?
You're on, yes.
I remembered.
Yay.
So proud.
Where's
Don't
the
worry,
bed?
I will. There are a few rooms. If you go down that hallway, they'll show themselves to you. They're not always there. Just when I bring in the. Just go. You'll find it.
Okay. Oleander's going to go down the hall to find a bedroom to go to bed.
You find a bedroom to go to bed.
Yeah, Clara is also probably gonna get ready to head to bed.
Okay.
She doesn't know how to contact Strahd, but she really, really wants to, so she'll probably try to meditate and just fall asleep while she's doing that.
Okay. I assume the rat is going to read more of the tome.
Do you have vampire written?
I do not.
I was
but
gonna
I can
say,
give you the...
Ashai stays up and reads this whole fucking book.
Alright. Well, I can give you the whole fucking book later, but for now, if you want the vampire, I can give you the Cliff Notes version.
I don't know who Cliff is, but he seems rather nice.
Die in a fire.
You combust. Ignition.
I'm evil DM today. I say that Aster just dies.
That's okay. Anyway, here are my 30 other Asters.
Yeah, correct. I was like,
I
you're
know.
Asters.
I know you have.
Hey, DM, I'm gonna
It's
send
an
them
illness.
each to you every day and tell you why with each.
So, vampire. Among the demons in the dark reaches of the Blood War, Vampire was feared especially among his own ranks. He conducted dark rituals to turn the blood of his enemies against them, and sought enemy lieutenants personally to feast on them. It was not until a circle of devil spellcasters from Cania managed to cast Vampire into the astral plane that he for the first time in many centuries felt thirst. It goes on and talks about how he drifted for months in the astral plane before eventually finding himself drawn to a portal which dropped him back into the material plane, where he feasted on an elven kingdom and found that he enjoyed the blood of mortals far more than those of demons.
As one does.
As one does. But
Demons
though
are too spicy.
is too spicy. Though he eventually managed to form a bit of a cult following, a priest of Asmodeus betrayed his congregation, and he was eventually bound with a celestial pike and brought to the Amber Temple, where he was sealed away.
Who's bound with the celestial pike?
When I say bound, I mean...
Do we know where that's at? Was it with him when he was bound
Probably
in the
in
temple?
the Amber Temple.
In the Amber Temple, where Jonathan just said it was.
Well, no, because Strahda went to the temple and was like, open it up. So, like, does she have it? Can she touch it? Is it just laying on the floor? Did she bury it?
David.
These are just
It
questions.
don't say. It doesn't say.
Find out soon enough.
Is there in the library? Is there a book called DM Notes? Can I just find that one and just?
Yeah, go ahead and. Actually, no. You just find it. It's not even a perception check.
Yeah, and it just says "fuck you, David."
It's specifically me alone.
It casts power word kill on you when you touch it.
Yeah. It says bad DM. It says I will not eat snack, and then it says die.
It says I will not negotiate with terrorists. Fucking.
Aren't I the terrorist in this scenario?
Yes.
You could
Yes.
be, but you know what? I would never label you like that because you're just a friend. Thank you.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Did the wizard
You're
go
not a
back?
terrorist to me.
Are you waiting for Firan to go to bed, or?
No, I was gonna ask him another question.
Well, you can ask him another question. Yeah, sure.
Do you have any books about Netheril?
Perhaps. Let me roll for it. Yes, I do, actually.
Can I look at it?
Of course. He hands you a book called The Rise and Fall of Netheril.
Just super slim chance, not expecting to find anything. Just wants to see if, my little cult is mentioned in there anywhere?
I'm gonna say probably not.
That's fair enough.
As it's, for all intents and purposes, probably stopped existing when it was drawn within the mists. The tome it's more like a brief history rather than an in-depth look into Netheril, but goes into like the rise of the archmages that created the mytholers that lifted the floating cities into the air. Their war with the creepy crawlies from space, the terrifying things, and eventually at the end, when the greatest archmage of their time, Karsus, attempted to become a god himself, and essentially was punished for his hubris, Mystra killing herself to maintain the weave and all magic dying, including the floating cities of Netheril, which very quickly led to the Empire's demise.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, you are now aware that Netheril is no more on Faerun.
Shy closes the book with a smile. Hands it back over. That's it.
It was to your liking?
Yes. It is good to know the place I left is no longer there.
I suppose there is a certain closure in that. Well, he slots it away and says, I will leave you to your studies. I trust that you will not take anything from my personal library while I'm gone. You might not like the consequences if you do.
Oh.
What would those be?
That would be telling. Suffice to say, it will be very painful for you.
I will not take
If you get
anything.
electrocuted again, I swear.
It'll just make me more powerful now.
Yeah.
The Shy
like a
just becomes a
battery.
human lightning rod.
Pew, pew, pew.
And Thuron goes to bed. Yeah, so what are you guys doing? Are you
Aster reads
doing
the
anything?
tome.
Okay, go ahead and make me a society check.
God damn you.
You're asleep.
How late up is Aster staying for this?
I
The only one here is a Shy and you.
think he
Reina and Ireena have a room to themselves.
he
They
knows that
should.
it's a socially acceptable because someone else is up with him right now.
Ah, yes, of course.
Yeah, he's like, oh, other people are still awake. I can be up. So I will roll a
Society.
society.
You should re-roll that.
I can't.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
yeah, you can. We're
Oh, we're back!
Yeah, we had our break.
Welcome back, folks. It's time for the reroll.
You were too busy having a mental breakdown.
I was not. Head first.
You spend some time trying to decipher it, but this entry eludes you for the moment, unless you take more time in the night to try again.
Is Ashai still up?
I don't know how long it would take me to read this whole book about all these.
A few hours,
Creatures.
let's say. You're nearing the end of it, but you're still there.
Still up.
Of course, Ashai doesn't need as much sleep as you, so it's not as
No,
much of a
that's
problem for her.
fair. I'm getting groggy.
You're getting groggy.
Getting groggy. I'm getting eepy. Yeah, I guess I'll put it down. I'll put it down and
Can I grab it?
Yeah.
the tome? No. I don't put it down, like I don't leave it in the library.
Okay,
I
well,
go-
if I see you put it down and I'm almost done, I'm like, can I just...
No, you're reading. Sorry, I go to bed.
What a dick.
I wait for him to fall asleep and I take it. What do you mean?
You're reading! What do you mean? You're reading.
I was almost done!
Go ahead and make a thievery check.
I'm a sweet
What did I hit?
Oh, read that instead. Read that instead.
What am I reading?
28. Your passive perception is 23 minus 4 because you're asleep. So yeah, after you go to sleep, Ashai sneaks into your room and takes the tome away from you.
I'm gonna kill her.
Can I make a society check?
I want Ashai so badly to
Yes,
be able to decipher
absolutely.
I'm gonna do the
Please
thing.
make me a
The bad
society
DM's
check.
just at me today, I see.
You're the
I
one
think we specifically
antagonizing
said
me.
that, didn't we?
That's the DC.
No!
this. Yes! Oh, this
send
is
it to
beautiful.
you.
Leaves call. Oh, you...
I want the content, David.
1 second. There you go. DM'd you.
Oh.
You all sleep peacefully through the night, unaware of the dangers outside. Can everybody take off their headphones again, except for Nico?
Okay.
Take them off. Take them off.
Whatever.
Get them. Oleander.
Yeah, what's up?
You, in the midst of your dreaming, eventually find yourself back in that hazy world with the beautiful woman in front of you. And she's just smiling at you.
What did you do?
You have very kind friends.
I mean, they're fine enough, I guess.
The ones that you hurt might take a while to forgive you, but I have set you and them on that path.
Who are you?
I was a fool in love, I suppose you could say. And when I lost my love, the only thing that I wanted was for others around me to feel that same love that I could no longer feel. And you, Oleander, you are someone who loves very deeply.
I mean, yes, but like it's complicated. It's dangerous.
Of course it's dangerous. Love is letting someone in and giving them control. Letting them see the deepest, darkest side of you and praying that they will accept you as you are.
Okay.
And it's terrifying.
Yeah. Everything that is happening right now, pretty terrifying, I have to admit.
But it's worth it. It truly, truly is worth it. Do you remember how you felt when you last loved?
that was a mistake.
Was it? Do you truly believe that it was a mistake? Or do you simply wish things would have turned out different?
Ooh. I mean, yes, I would have preferred it to turn out differently. You know, but it was a mistake in the fact that had I not pursued that, he would still, the entire pack would still be alive.
Would they have?
So,
Your former mentor, the man that you loved as a father, he did terrible things. But is that because of you or because of him?
I mean, me being there probably wasn't helpful. I
Do me a favor, Oleander. Close your eyes.
Okay. And he closes his eyes.
I want you to remember. Remember those days that you spent with your love and their family. Remember the happy times. Can you still remember them?
Some of it, yes. A little bit is hazy.
Doesn't matter if it's hazy or not, just the feeling. Does it still feel wonderful? The memory?
It feels nice, yes.
Is it something that you would give up if you had the chance?
I mean, it's comfort, and who doesn't want comfort?
But would you give it up? Would you prefer that it had never happened?
No. No. Every choice and action happens for a reason.
Then how could it have been a mistake? Love is never a mistake, Oleander. People make mistakes. Bad things happen. But love is never a mistake. Your friends understand that. They love each other. They don't love you yet, but I can see that they care for one another so terrifically. And all you have to do is prove yourself worthy of that love, and it can be yours once again. You can have that emotion. You can have that feeling.
I shall certainly try. Why are you helping me?
Because I was a woman in love once.
Okay.
Now go. And don't forget to love.
Okay. I shall try. I shall try my best to remember it, even if I suck at it, because I do suck at it.
That is all anyone can ask for. And she reaches forward and pulls you into a very warm embrace. And you wake up in, like, what feels to your internal clock like the early morning.
Okay.
And everybody else can put your headphones back on.
Um.
Hi.
Oh
welcome back.
no!
As soon as he wakes up, he just kind of like gasps and just like he doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know where or what. Is he in a bedroom where there are other people?
I think they were all individual rooms. So you
Okay,
are
so
in
he's-
this very fancy like 4-poster bed with a nice nice side table with a clock on it that you can see is the dial is turned toward like 4 or 5 a.m. There's a bathroom off the side, mirror.
He quickly gets up, puts on his cowl and puts up his hood, and is going to slowly move around wherever he is, leave the room, kind of sneak around, trying to get an understanding of where he is.
Sure. Make an Arcana check.
Okay, give me a second. Let me first rest for the night.
Yes.
Cool,
And you are
thank
no longer doomed one.
Yep. Arcana?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shit roll. I mean, I'm gonna keep it, because...
You're not sure. There's no windows or anything. You're in like a long hallway. You can see a bunch of doors. I think you do see like a candle start to like float through the air to where you are.
Immediately, like, he's up against the wall trying to hide, just like...
It just like stops in front of you as if it's like waiting for you.
Do you want me to follow? What are you? Who are you?
Just hovers there.
Can he like smell anything or like hear if there's possibly like movement going on, or if he's the only one that's awake?
Make me a perception check. How late up was Shy?
How long did it take me to decipher that?
Only it was a downtime activity, so only a couple hours. So I figure like if you started at midnight when Aster went to bed, finish at like 2 a.m.
And what time is it right now?
4 or 5 a.m.
I feel like she probably drifted off next to his bed.
All right. You do hear Ireena snoring in one of the rooms. Sorry, Jess. Yeah. We established that Ireena snores, so
that's fine. All right. He's gonna try and find a dining room area.
Yeah, there's a very nice room with like a it's the entry room. You can see like a fireplace in one wall, plates and a couch, and there's a door. Still no windows though.
He probably sees like his notebook like on the table and such like that.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly goes over and grabs his journal, making sure that all the notes are still there.
There's some more notes in the back, but otherwise, yeah. Didn't you say you wrote notes in the back?
I did.
Okay, making sure.
He's gonna go to the door and open it.
You see a beautiful winter wonderland on the other side of the door. No blizzard, just what looks like probably about 2 feet of snow that has piled up on the door. And beyond that, you can see the rolling foothills of the Baratok Mountains and the slightly iced over Lake Zarovich in the distance. You guys are probably closer to there.
He's gonna go back to the dining table. And...
You're up. Good morning. You see Firanz Alhanan, or you see a tall, very well dressed, pale human male with long black hair and a red cravat and basically like a smoking jacket on.
Yeah.
Apologies, I felt someone open the door of the mansion and wanted to make sure that nothing untoward had happened.
No, not at all. And Oleander does remember, does recognize him from the portraits.
Sure.
Still.
Mm.
Okay.
Are you all right? You seem a bit distressed.
Just getting my bearings. Ferran, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I did not think my name was that hard to remember, but
Yeah. I came with others, correct? Like there were other people that were with me.
yes,
Okay.
there certainly were.
Okay.
But you are clearly not a morning person.
I suppose not.
What is bothering you?
Passed out in the woods, woke up in a bed.
Interesting. Has this happened before?
Not as long, but yes.
He is going to walk up to you and kind of reach out with his hands, and you see arcane energy at his fingertips.
Oleander's backs up and hits the wall, just okay.
Oh, sorry, I was just going to a little divination.
Okay.
Yeah, he essentially he's casting his own detect magic.
Yeah.
I don't sense any enchantments or anything like that around you, though I could be missing something due to the dearth of magical activity around us. But I'm usually fairly good at tuning those things out.
Good to know. I mean, I don't know. I just have bouts of forgetfulness, I suppose.
Any bad dreams?
Yes. Yes.
What about?
He hesitates for a moment.
Apologies.
No.
You said you would not pry into my affairs last night, and so I shall not pry into yours if you do not wish me to.
I did? Okay, cool.
Or did you?
Okay, the dreams that I have is of a woman talking about love, talking about trust and care. I have nightmares of the events of the past, and she is there guiding my hand to make them better.
Come with me. And he leads you to the library.
Okay.
He takes out the book on the Amber Temple, puts it on the table in front of, and flips through it. Does this sound familiar? And turns to the page about Shami Amore.
As he reads it, just all color leaves his face. Oh boy. Okay. What is this?
A milkshake.
Why are you giving me a milkshake?
Thought you might want it.
Take the milkshake. Take the milkshake. There you go.
I love you.
No, please take it back. I don't like it. Sorry.
Imagine not liking a milkshake.
Spit on his kindness.
Imagine consuming anything, Jonathan.
Yes, Jess, we know that Rain is a honk shoer.
Onk you.
Me.
Do you have depictions of who this person is?
Well, she is, she takes many forms.
Red hair?
Mostly, she will take the form that is most, not necessarily appealing to you, but the one that will allow her to get closer to you. Similar to a succubus, though not nearly so minor a creature.
She, I mean, in the dreams, it was a red-haired woman, pale.
Maybe it had less to do with her physical appearance and more how she interacted with you. Did she make you feel safe, warm, comforted?
Yes. All of those are correct.
Then you have your answer.
Oh boy. Oh. I love sharing a body with someone, I guess. Or at least, I don't know. Oh, okay. That's great. That's good to know. Cool. I'll just put that in my fucking notebook, okay? You are a wizard.
I am.
You know about the mists.
I do.
Okay.
As I discussed with you and your compatriots last night. But
Damn it.
I gather you do not recall, so what is it you wish to know?
Okay. How do you know Strahda?
Well, you've immediately asked me a question that I can't quite answer. I know that her and I don't get along very well, but I could not tell you why. This is why I'm essentially hiding here within this mansion. It is a demi-plane.
Why can't you remember?
If I knew why I could not remember, then that would make things much easier. But unfortunately, much of my memories past being captured by the mists in my youth are a bit hazy.
The mists are water.
Mist is made of water droplets, yes.
Where did you enter from?
I do not know. I showed up here one day. I know that I have been other places. The name Darkon causes me some distress in my mind. I know that there are other realms beyond this Barovia. I know that Lady Strahda controls the mists here, though she is but a prisoner herself. And she has closed the borders of this Barovia so that none may enter and none may leave.
Are we near the mists?
Quite close, actually.
You can't leave, can you?
Nobody can leave right now, but...
No, I mean, like, the house.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I could. I would simply need to take efforts to conceal my existence from the Lady Strahda. Though, from what your friends have told me, she is already somehow aware of me being somewhere here.
If I was to disguise you, do you think that'll help or not?
That depends on how Lady Strahda knows the things that she knows. If it is merely a form of scrying, then she may scry upon any of us and be aware of my presence. Perhaps her connection to the land lets her know who, what, and where people are in the land. I do not know by what method she can tell, only that she does. So I do not know what manner of countermeasure to take other than to simply not be in her realm any longer.
Wait. And he's going to run to wake everyone else up.
You find a shy in Aster's room, just kind of like draped over the bed with the tome out.
Oleander's gonna try and take the tome.
You make a thievery check.
Dude, all of you.
Musical tome.
It's just out there!
Yeah, tome out in the morning? Morning tome?
Just tome out.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Using your second 0 point. 26. Yeah, that's higher than both of their passive
I
perceptions.
hate you.
You sneak the book out from between them. You see Ashai has like translated the next entry. Yes, Rat. Aster.
Yeah, how do I murder Ollie?
Well, first you have to wake up, but you are still asleep, so.
Are you gonna wake us up after you take the book, or?
After Oleander takes the book, he's gonna look through it and see that it has been deciphered.
Uh-huh.
And
You came here to wake us up, you...
I did. In Aster's mind, he hears, because I'm casting message. Seems Ashai knew more about the book than you did. And he's gonna put the book right next to Aster to wake up. And then he's gonna leave the room. Before Aster fully wakes up.
evil. Absolutely evil. After you wake up and you just see Ashai just kind of slumped over the bed and has the tome open to the next entry translated.
Do I comprehend the message, like, asleep?
I think that's up to you. You're kind of groggy, but it definitely wakes you up.
I think I hear it, but I don't, like, process it. But I wake up to the tome next to me and Ashai on me, and I'm like... like swatting at you.
Immediate rat tantrum.
Yeah.
What?
Why are you on me? 2, why did you take the book from me?
Because you wouldn't give it to me. You were being stupid.
You were reading another book.
I was finished with that one. I
I
translated
didn't know that. I went to bed and you were reading the other one.
No, I said I was
What else
almost
did you
done.
take?
Nothing.
Ashai's
You're
gonna
welcome.
Ashai's gonna receive a message in her head. I have an idea. Meet with me and Ferran in the library. Get Aster.
You go to wake up the rest of the crew as well?
Yeah, I'm also gonna wake up Clara and just... Unlike the mean waking up of Ashai and Aster, he is going to nicely wake up Clara.
Turn the cheek.
Wait,
I just Sleeping Beauty.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Can you meet in the library with Huron and myself and Esther and Shy?
Okay, let me get dressed.
Okay, thank you. And then he's gonna leave, and then he's going to fucking bust in to Reyna and Ireena. He's like, holy shit, guys!
They're both completely naked on the bed.
Hate that.
Yeah.
No, put it away. Close your eyes. Ollie, close your eyes.
Oleander
Let it
just
open,
opens
and
the...
they both like startle awake, and Ireena immediately just like grabs the sheets and covers herself, and Reyna probably throws something at you.
He catches it.
Get the fuck
you-
out!
Can you meet in the library?
Fine, get the fuck out!
Fine!
Not you lingering there like...
Because I was waiting for the description to be over, okay?
Ew, titties. Ew, gross.
Oh no.
Girls.
Naked. Fucking... And then
Women
Oleander's
are
gonna
okay.
rush back over to
Oleander's a
Farron.
lesbophobe, confirmed.
Oh my god.
Hey, lesbians! That's messed up.
Then Oleander's gonna go back to Farron. I have an idea that might help you with your memories.
Alright.
Miss our water. I have
Water
a
has memory.
Should you wait until your friends arrive?
Oh yeah, sorry, I got very excited about magic.
No,
Sorry.
quite all right. You wait, and eventually everybody shows up in the library.
All right. Hey guys. So here, okay.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning. I've been awake for hours, and
I
I've been
can
ready
tell.
for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, why are you covered up again? You were like really going all loose yesterday.
So I have an idea with the.
Hey, wait.
Hey, wait.
He's putting a hand on Aster's head like later.
Okay. Miss our water.
Yeah.
Arcane magics hold emotion and memory. If everyone will allow me and have Huron with us, I can go to these mists and see a snapshot of memory. I did the same thing when Prospero died. I looked into the water and I saw his death. Yeah, what's up?
Can you do that theoretically with everyone? Can we see each moment they have entered the mists?
If I focus on it, yeah.
You mean you're telling us you could see how we all died?
Yes, Aster, I can. I didn't for your privacy.
He has this hungry look in his eye about knowing how everyone died.
I've told you repeatedly I got eaten by wolves.
But okay,
No,
so
but
here's the
seeing
thing.
it's different.
Here's the thing: is magic. No,
Pop! He's scatting.
Toilet.
the thing is we need to be able. So I can disguise Firan to have him be someone else. It would only last an hour, so we can only be outside of this place for an hour. Will you all allow me to do this?
I mean, I can also cast illusory disguise, but
Okay, well, never.
2 hours.
What?
Sure.
2 hours.
I can cast it
2
for.
hours.
It can last for longer than a single hour. Yes.
I mean, if you can cast it higher, I do know that it can last for up to 8 hours. I just know that I've prepared it for it to be 8 hour long. But if
Well,
we
I have not prepared my spells this morning, so
okay, I can do stuff.
If
Yeah,
we
what's up?
go to the mists,
Mm,
what are you hoping to get out of it? What are you hoping to do with the memories you discover?
knowledge is power. This person, Theron, does not remember much. Having knowledge of your past helps you make informed decisions about your future.
That makes sense.
I think this is hardly the most risky thing we have done, so I'm willing to give it a shot. I mean, what can it hurt?
Thank you. I don't. I know that I use my magic for harm a lot of the time, and I want to show you that I can use it for. I'm not bad. I don't know why I'm the way I am sometimes, and I'm sorry, but I just want to learn.
Did I touch you? You seemed. I just want to give you a hug.
I prefer not.
That's really weird because yesterday you offered to cuddle her.
I fucking did. What?
Yeah, we held hands for like 2 hours.
These hands are cursed.
The hands were really warm.
You seem
It's
to be
okay.
back to your old
People-
self.
Hey, Jarn.
Yep.
Can I?
Sure.
Can I? Okay.
While he's doing that, Clara's like, people have different levels of comfort depending on the day. That's okay. I'm sorry if I stepped on the boundary, but just wanted to reassure you I do not think you are bad. Magic is complicated.
Can you pop it in the chat again?
Yeah.
So, what is your Oleander's apparent attitude toward Aster right now?
Towards Aster?
Yeah.
Mischief.
What?
No, I'm talking like friendly, indifferent, or hostile.
Oh, okay. So only those three.
Yeah, tell me more. I'll write it down.
Solidly between friendly and indifferent.
Okay. And like yesterday, it was just friendly, right?
Yeah.
Your current apparent emotional state is mischief.
Is mischief and hunger for knowledge.
And your physical health is fine. You just got done with a long rest.
Not 100%, but I'm cool. I'm good enough.
And I think you don't see anything new in his aura, Aster.
I believe I looked at it when what occurred had occurred, and it was a slightly different color. If I'm wrong.
Your occultism roll was garbage, so you don't notice anything new this time.
Hot bologna cheese sandwich. Cool.
Hot bologna sandwich.
Hot bologna sandwich. Yeah. Okay.
You're supposed to do a cold bologna sandwich.
Ooh.
All right. Well, I guess all of us, let's get ready to go, cause yeah.
Yes. Give me just a moment, and he's going to think, and he's going to cast illusory disguise on himself, and just appear to be a very boring and not at all interesting looking Barovian commoner.
Okay.
Or, well, he will when you guys like prep to leave. If you need to do any changing of your spell lists or anything right now, would be the time to do it. While you also eat breakfast.
Yeah, Oleander is going to, in a moment, by themselves, cut off a small piece of the back of his notebook, and he's going to dip it in the undead detection die.
Okay.
And basically, yeah, you need to roll a okay. So I'm going to.
Just put it in the chat so I can read it.
Oh, okay, cool. That didn't show you what it is.
That's okay. I can look at it. No worries.
Okay.
Never mind. It's gone. It's all right. I can look it up.
Yeah.
Bum, ba-dum.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay, so
contact.
yeah, and
Um,
so
Okay.
was in contact with the table, and so he's hoping that whatever made it be in contact with the table rubbed off on his book, and he can get it
It
from
remains clear.
that. Clear.
In other words, no undead detected.
Okay. Cool. And he's gonna put that away. Cool. And then he's going to be bouncing as he waits at the door.
Everybody's so excited.
He wants to do it. He wants to be helpful.
You all... What's up, Quirk?
I was gonna say, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We all
You
hold
all
hands and go.
hold hands except for Oleander.
No.
And
No, we
Fira.
hold
touch
his
me.
hand. Yep, he's held.
Just Aster and Clara hold hands.
That's why I asked permission before I gave Oleander a hug, because he got really upset one time, and you asked consent. It's important.
You all leave the mansion, which the door closes behind you, and it disappears. The snow from the blizzard last night is probably about like 2 feet deep. So you're kind of having to trudge through the snow, heading to the north to where there's essentially like a small mountain pass through the mountains up here. And you can see the same vision that you saw last night in the mirror. The mists around Barovia roiling as if some kind of monster lay beyond them, very turbulent and not at all placid.
How does this work?
Firon, if you don't mind, do you have anything important on you by chance, or anything that might hold a lot of emotion?
You see his hand immediately go to the locket around his neck, and yes, I suppose I do.
Do you mind if I hold it while I do this spell?
If you must, then by all means. He slowly lifts it off his neck and kind of holds it out. Still like he still has kind of a death grip on the actual string, the chain, as you take it, and then he, with a very clear, like, great effort of his own will, lets go of it for you to use for the spell.
He is going to hold it for a little bit, study it, before he puts it around his neck. And then everyone will watch as his sleeve cuffs, arcane symbols start glowing purple around his cuffs, and the bottoms of his coat going up, and you see his eyes glow purple, and purple veins seep from his eyes as he is focusing on Firon, focusing on this thing that he was given, and is going to cast Misty Memory. on the mist specifically.
Right.
And everyone will watch as he says some unknown arcane phrases as he shoves his hand into the mists.
Yes, Aster?
I was just gonna lean over to Shy and be like, wasn't his magic pink the other day? Now it's purple. And it was purple before. What does that mean?
I think there is something going on with him that he may not even know.
You think we were talking to someone else yesterday?
I mean, I know he's cursed. I just don't know by what nature.
I don't know.
You think there?
We'll
maybe
find
there's
out
someone
eventually.
else in his body?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, like, I would like to further figure that out, but as you had just mentioned, hand-holding was a big consent thing. I think prying into his curse is a bigger consent thing.
We should probably get to know him a bit better first.
Probably.
Before we go destroying his past.
Good luck.
That's true. Oh, look, that's magic. Wow.
You see the spell start to take effect. Make me an Arcana check. Secret, please.
Nico, you're making a face. Are you good?
Because before I roll this, do I have any hero points, or anyone want to give me a hero point just to be safe?
Oh, I have none.
I think I am going to give you another hero point for the magnificent roleplay of the previous day.
Thank you.
In game.
Bless you,
So
and please tell me if I need it.
I'll let you know if you need it. I think you're pretty good, actually. You push your arcane energy out into the mist. And it's both working with and against you. The mists are intrinsically tied to memories and emotions, but these ones are closed off. They are under the auspice of Lady Strahda. But her attention is elsewhere at the moment. And you all begin to see this translucent white outlines start to appear. You see a castle. Nothing like Castle Ravenloft. Rather than a dark Gothic exterior, it seems almost Renaissanceian. Lots of flying buttresses and beautiful artistry on the outside. And then it explodes. You see a torrent of otherworldly flame that blows it apart into multiple chunks and then almost seems to freeze in place. You can see the parts of the castle hanging in midair, little chambers, laboratories, and crypts suspended in disjointed sections. You can see magic flowing between all of these broken pieces. And then in the middle, at the core of this castle, you see something. What looks like a magical force that must have caused this explosion. What looks like a star almost being born. A four-pointed star.
Can Oleander push to get a clearer image of that?
Go ahead and make me another Arcana check.
Blind? Or
Yes.
please tell me if I need to roll again.
Yes. Could go either way. It's higher than average, but not by much, I'll say.
Okay, I'll re-roll then.
Okay. Much better.
My God.
You look in closer, and this four-pointed star. It's difficult to see too many details because this is all coming out of the mist. It's this translucent white outline, devoid of any true details. But you can see a humanoid figure at the center of this supernova, for lack of a better term. You see a split. Almost as if the humanoid itself is now split into two. And you just see one of the figures stumble away from this explosion into the mists, directly towards where you all are. And just as the memory is fading, you see the face of Firanz al-Honan in the mist, stumbling through the borders to Barovia. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Hey, what the fuck?
Oh no!
Hey, we gotta
What
keep
does that
going.
mean?
No.
What does that fucking
No,
mean?
let us keep going. Please, let us keep going.
I think David needs to leave.
Thank you for joining us tonight on another terrible, horrible...
No!
I can. And I do. Another
Who's
terrible, horrible Saturday in Barovia. We hope you enjoyed that. And we'll see you next week. Enjoy
Did he ascend?
Who knows?
No.
Bye!
Bye.